Ever felt a chill run down your spine just by looking at an old building? There's something uniquely haunting about abandoned churches, once places of worship and community, filled with life and prayer. They now stand silent, their empty halls echoing with forgotten stories. These aren't just decaying structures. They're stone and wood guardians of secrets, some of which are truly dark. Today, we're unlocking the doors to 5 of the world's most mysterious abandoned churches, each with a history that will make you question what really lingers in the shadows after the last hymn is sung. From whispers of strange rituals to tales of tragic events, get ready to explore the unsettling beauty and the chilling secrets these forsaken sanctuaries hold. Our first stop takes us to the windswept coast of England, to the ruins of St. Mary's Church in Clyde. This church wasn't just abandoned, it was built in the 14th century. It served its parish for hundreds of years, but its location, high on a hill and facing away from the village, always felt a bit off. The local legend says it was built facing north, towards the devil, a bizarre and ominous choice for a holy place. In the 1960s, after a new church was built in the village center, St. Mary's fell into ruin. But its story didn't end there. It became a hotspot for dark activities. Reports from the time describe satanic rituals, desecrated graves, and animal sacrifices found within its crumbling walls. Locals whispered of black magic and strange figures seen dancing among the tombstones on moonless nights. Even today, visitors report an overwhelming sense of dread, the feeling of being watched, and disembodied voices carried on the wind. The dark energy seems to have stained the very stones of St. Mary's, a grim reminder that not all holy ground remains hallowed. Next, we journey to the Czech Republic, to the eerie St. George's Church in Luke. This place is famous not just for its decay, but for the art installation that has made it one of the most terrifying churches in the world. The church was abandoned in 1968 after the roof collapsed during a funeral service. The congregation took it as a bad omen and never returned, leaving the building to crumble for decades. Then, in 2012, an artist named Jakub Hedrava decided to repopulate the pews. He created dozens of ghostly, life-sized plaster figures draped in white sheets, sitting silently in the pews and standing in the aisles. They represent the spirits of the Sudeten Germans who used to pray here before World War II. While the art was meant to draw attention and raise funds for restoration, it has had an incredibly unsettling effect. Walking into St. George's feels like interrupting a spectral congregation. The silent, faceless figures seem to follow you with their unseen eyes. You can almost hear the faint whispers of prayers from a time long past. The air is thick with a sorrowful, heavy presence. It's a place where art and history have collided to create something truly haunting. Our third destination is deep in the snow-covered forests of Russia, near the remote village of Krok. Here, sinking slowly into the waters of the Shexna River, is the Church of the Nativity. This isn't a story of dark rituals, but one of profound, man-made tragedy. The church was built in the late 18th century, a beautiful beacon of faith on the riverbank. For over 150 years, it was the heart of its community. But in the 1960s, the Soviet government decided to create a massive reservoir as part of a new waterway project. The entire village of Krokino was intentionally flooded. Residents were forced to leave their homes, their history, and their church behind. As the waters rose, the church was submerged, leaving only its bell tower and upper walls visible above the surface, like a ghostly ship forever sinking. Today, it stands as a heartbreaking monument to a lost world. Local boatmen who pass by it speak of a deep sadness that emanates from the ruin. Some even claim to hear the faint, sorrowful toll of a bell on foggy mornings, a sound that's impossible since the bell was removed decades ago. It's a lonely sentinel, guarding the memories of a town drowned by progress, its dark secret being the deliberate eradication of a community's soul. Now, let's travel to the United States, to Gary, Indiana. Once a booming steel town, now a symbol of urban decay. Amidst the abandoned factories and homes lies the City Methodist Church. This was no humble chapel. It was a colossal, 9-story Gothic cathedral that cost over $1 million to build in 1926. It was a statement of power and prosperity, with a massive sanctuary, a gymnasium, a school, and a rooftop garden. But as the steel industry collapsed, so did Gary. the congregation dwindled, and by 1975, the magnificent church was forced to close its doors. Its maintenance costs far too high for the few remaining members. Its dark secret is the sheer speed and totality of its fall from grace. It became a symbol of the city's broken dreams. In the decades since, it has decayed into a spectacular ruin, a favorite spot for urban explorers and film crews looking for a post-apocalyptic backdrop. But it's also attracted a darker element. Stories of squatters, strange gatherings, and violent crimes within its walls are common. The sheer scale of the decay is overwhelming. Walking through its cavernous, graffiti-covered halls, you can feel the weight of failure and despair. It's a place where hope was built on an industrial scale, only to be abandoned and left to rot, a chilling testament to how quickly glory can fade into darkness. For our final tale, we go to Italy, but not to a grand cathedral. We're going to the Venosta Valley, where a 14th century bell tower mysteriously juts out of the middle of a lake resort. What dark secret lies beneath the water? Well, just like the church in Russia, this isn't a ghost story, but a tale of a community sacrificed for industry. In 1950, a power company built a dam, merging two natural lakes and submerging the entire village of Karan. Over 160 homes were dynamited and flooded, and the residents were forced to relocate. The only thing they couldn't destroy was the resilient old church tower. It was left standing as an eerie memorial to the drowned village. The secret it holds is the ghost of that lost community. Locals say that in the winter, when the lake freezes over, you can still hear the church bells ring, even though they were removed before the flood. It's a chilling legend, a sound from a town that no longer exists. The Tower of Karan is a hauntingly beautiful sight, but it represents a deep and sorrowful wound, a reminder of a government and a corporation that valued power, both electrical and political, over the lives and history of its own people. From desecrated grounds in England to a ghostly congregation in the Czech Republic, from drowned villages in Russia and Italy to the collapsed dream of an American industrial city. These abandoned churches are more than just empty buildings. They are silent witnesses to history, tragedy, and the darker side of human nature. They remind us that even places built for light can be consumed by shadow. Their crumbling walls and empty pews hold stories that deserve to be remembered, no matter how unsettling they may be. What other forgotten places with dark secrets do you know about? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the shadows. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more dives into the world's most mysterious places. See you next time.